Welcome to Simon's Smoke Shack, everyone. Today we're going to be doing a killer chicken satay recipe. So to start with, for the ingredients, I've got here 1 kilo of chicken thighs, deboned and cut into 3 strips for every piece, so you should end up with long strips. We've got here 1 large fresh lemongrass, half a teaspoon of fennel seeds, 3 teaspoons of table salt, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of madras curry powder, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, half a teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of ground coriander, juice of half a lime, 5 smallish cloves of garlic, 100 grams of molasses sugar. We've also got some peanut butter here. The peanut butter doesn't go in the marinade. That's where people make the biggest mistake. This is only for the dipping sauce afterwards. Do not put this in with the chicken. It will make it taste awful. Right, you want 1 large red onion. Unfortunately I haven't got any, so I've got 4 small red onions. Take your lemongrass stalk, cut it off about halfway. Make a little slit, peel off the first woody outer coating, so you're left with that. Chop your bottom off and just roughly chop it. And pop that into your little jug. That's all you need, no more than that, or it'll be too powerful. Now I'm going to pop into the jug 5 small cloves of garlic, a squirt of half a lime, and pop the rest of the ingredients in there. I'm going to roughly chop your onions, or 1 onion if you've got a large one, which I haven't got. And the onions are going to turn to juice, because at the moment everything in there's pretty dry, and also going to help with the marination of the chicken, and again tenderise it as well. So that's all the ingredients into the jug. Now it's time to mash it up. It looks like it won't go, but persist, because it will go. Right, so that took about a minute to blend, and as soon as you start to blend it, the aroma that comes off of it, you know it's going to be good. And what we want to do before we contaminate this with the chicken is reserve 2 tablespoons of it. So take out just 2 tablespoons. This is a really powerful marinade, so you don't need any more than that, and we're going to use that later to make up the dipping sauce. Let's give that a little try. Oh, yeah, that's the one. Now you can see now, just after blending that, the consistency is just like a thick marinade liquid. That's just from the onions, really, and that's what you're looking for. So this is our 1 kilo of boned chicken thigh, sliced up. Let's pop the marinade into that. A bit of a squidge around. Now I put it into a vacuum canister, so I'm going to do this in 30 minutes in the fridge. That equates to pretty much an overnight if you're not using a vacuum canister system. So if you put this in the fridge for a few hours, ideally overnight, or if you've got a vacuum machine like this one is, this is going to vacuum for 30 minutes, and we'll see you in a bit. Right, top tip if you're going to use bamboo skewers for the authentic cook, is put them in a water bottle. An old water bottle that's clean, obviously. Fill it up with water, put your skewers in, put the top on, leave it overnight, you're ready to go. Right, so the chicken's vacuum marinating now, and we're going to go on to make the peanut sauce, the peanut dipping sauce. So I'm going to start off with is half a tin of coconut milk, roughly, doesn't matter too much. Yeah, it's half a tin. Right, to that coconut milk you want to add 2 teaspoons of sesame oil, half a teaspoon of fish sauce. This stuff is pretty potent, so really don't go overboard on this. Just half a teaspoon. Now take your little light soy sauce in your domestic container and add 1 teaspoon. To that we're going to squeeze half a lime juice in there. Now we're going to add just under half a jar of good quality peanut butter. This is a crunchy one, you can use crunchy or smooth, whatever you prefer. You're looking for about 150 grams. It doesn't really matter at this stage, just under half a jar is about what I would put in. So that's sort of 3 dessert spoons, well heaped. Right, this is where your liquid gold comes in. The reserve of the marinade you took out before you added the chicken, this is when it goes in. This is your liquid gold. Just use a little spatula to get it out of the pot. This stuff smells lovely. When you blend this up, you will not believe the smell that comes off such a few ingredients. I'll take out your little whiz stick and give it a whiz. Once you've whizzed that up for a minute now, nice creamy consistency, you're going to add 50 grams of the molasses sugar into there. Give that another quick whiz. Give that a taste, see if it needs adjusting. A little bit of salt, I think, not much. Now you can adjust this to your preference. If you like it salty, sweet, more peanut butter, it's up to you. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. That's the baby. Right, that's the sauce made up. Good consistency, so you can adjust it to your own preferences, but for me, that is good. And it tastes out of this world. Plenty there for one portion, I think. Right, so I've skewered up the chicken pieces onto the bamboo skewers. Set up the PK Go, it's raging hot. Put some oil on the grates, it doesn't stick too much hopefully. I'm just going to pop those on there. Remember, if you like this recipe, can you subscribe and like down below? That'd be great. We'll be checking these with the Thermo Pro. Make sure they're up to 74 degrees, but they should only take a few minutes, turning them occasionally. So I've been on there about 3 minutes now, and they're coming along nicely. Put the next batch on in a second. That's just the next batch going on there. So there's roughly one breast, one thigh between 3 skewers. They're quite big. And just keep turning those every 30 seconds until they're done. So they're coming along nicely now. If you want to do this on the Kamado, do it on the bottom grate over direct heat as close as possible to the coals. Or if you've got a cast iron grate, even better, get the cast iron grate in nice and low, super hot, and just pop them on that. Well, that's half of the satay done. Looking rather good, I have to say. So we'll cook up the rest of them later and start plating these ones up. So this is the final shot, plated up on the board with the satay dipping sauce. Remember, if you've found this helpful, can you please subscribe and like down below, and catch up with you soon. Thanks a lot for watching.